Hey, and welcome to 12 vacuums in 12 months, hopefully a 1000% happier episode than it was last month. Because, well, it's sad because we're going to be saying goodbye to the very good Spinny U62, but it's also got a positive. Because Phoenix's old cage has some life in it once more. Meet Peanut and Butter. Two little female budgies that I found in a local rehoming charity about 2 weeks ago now, and they're settling in quite well. They're still very untamed, they're still very skittish, but they're coming around. And yeah, the house is filled with love, noise and feathers once more, although I still really miss Phoenix. So yeah, we have two budgies, the Spinny is full of seed and detritus once more. Let's have a look at how it coped. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, for a basic, no frills, bottom of the range cylinder. This has been surprisingly good. It's got a decent amount of airflow. What was it again? 500 watts. So, you know, electric twin turbo, mid 70s, 80s cylinder. Hey, it does the job pretty well. It's light. It's fairly manoeuvrable. You have to sort of, you know, give it a little bit of a pull and a turn. Yeah, it hasn't exploded. It's run very well indeed. We'll have a look at the tools, because you may have noticed that I have been cheating a little bit, and I have these metal wands on the machine. I got them down for something else, and I figured I may as well use them. Although, to be fair, these ones aren't too bad, actually. They're pretty strong. You'll see they've got these ribs down them, which do make the difference between a really flimsy, horrible plastic wand and quite a good one. And yeah, that's worked well. I've used this for most of the month. I had the Vac out the other week and had these with it, and yeah, thought I would try them on here. So there's those. This brand new hose from Barton's has done exceptionally well. There is no damage, no cracking, breaking, tearing or anything really. It's come out okay. And then, well, I've been using the dusting brush and the crevice tool all month. They've done very well indeed. So yeah, the tools that came with it have been good. This floor tool, however, no really, it's been good and bad. The problem is this front brush snow ploughs a little bit, so when you're going over the same area a couple of times to get the bits up, and if you put the brushes down, the whole thing clamps down to the floor, which I had sort of hoped it might, to make the most of the 500 watts and probably 3.5 air watts that this machine has. So yeah, this has worked well, and again, this came with a very basic twin pedal floor head. This is just the 2000s, well 2010s equivalent of that. It's what would come with a machine of its calibre nowadays. So that can go back in the box of stuff, as can that, and this will sit with the machine. Let's have a look at how the bag did. I haven't been in here at all, so we shall remove the cable, which comes around here quite nicely. And I've just been tucking the flex up there, tucking the plug up into the flex there, so that it stands around. Yeah, 3 or 4 wraps of the machine is all this cable is, although again, that's been plenty for my entire house. If we lift this up, we shall move the clip and withdraw the very full little Miele bag. Let's take it off because it's going in the bin anyway. Yeah, obviously, with all the stuff that it should have taken out, a bag slots on there very nicely indeed. I mean, it's not quite as full now that it's not fitted to the machine, but that's still a decent amount of dirt for a month of this not being used exclusively. The original cloth bag sits in here is, well, there's a few bits of millet spray in there, but overall spotless indeed, which I would expect having used an inner paper bag with it. Oh, this bit of foam has been annoying me all. There we go. And yeah, inside of there is spotless. No dust, no dirt, made it past our excellent filtration. So that is good. We'll put that back in. Won't put that back in. I'll put all of its original stuff together so that I don't lose it another day. So yeah, that can go on there. Then that clips down like that. There is also a bit of sellotape over the bag full indicator because a fair bit of air was leaking through that joint. I'd imagine there would have been some sort of seal on there originally. I got rid of that by accident when I refurbished it, and yeah, there it is. I haven't used the blower. This machine does have a blower function, but I haven't used it. I was a bit worried about breaking this bottom bit, and that bit there seems to have gone a little bit faded, possibly with the heat from the motor, because yeah, she's a quiet runner, but she does get a bit warm. So we'll put that back on there. And yeah, I've quite enjoyed this. What more do you want from a vacuum cleaner? You turn it on, air comes in that way and out of that way, and the dirt gets caught here. I think that's perfectly reasonable. And yeah, I quite like it. What a rare machine, because these probably were sold quite well. They were just thrown away after 3 or 4 years when people upgraded to something better, I guess, which is a shame because, you know, compared to modern cheap vacuums, this is better than better. So it has 10 points on those already. So, getting rid of the cylinder from the 1980s, let's have a look at the upright from the 1980s that you chose for me to use this month. The vacuum cleaner for April, as voted for by you, is going to be a Hitachi. The Hitachi CV50 diesel, to be precise. Look, it says it there, look, D. D always stands for diesel. So yeah, diesel-powered vacuum cleaner. I had this out. I went to a mini-meet up north a couple of weeks ago and got this out to take it with me, and it was still out when I came home and needed to decide what to use for vacuum of the month. So I think it's going to work very well, he says, putting the bumper back together. This would have been a premium, high-range, feature-packed machine in the early 80s. We have automatic cord rewind, which sort of works okay. We have built-in tools. This is a straight suction, clean air machine. It's not straight suction. It's got a brush roll. It's just as noisy as Phoenix. We have brush roll on and off, as well as height control, which not a lot of machines had back in the 1980s. I don't know how much it would have cost. Probably a pretty penny. If we take the bag door out, we can see that we have another Miele bag fitted. This is why I always feel there is a place for these pattern cheap, horrible Miele bags. Not for in a Miele, never use non-genuine bags in a Miele. But when you can get 20 for £8 for machines like this, which again, this is only going to be 550 watts, so 50 watts more electricity used per hour than the Spinny. But this has a buttload more air. Very powerful indeed, which again, Hitachi's always have been quite airflow happy machines. This is no exception. Let's just check that the brush is spin. Very nice indeed, though I have had to put the height control past the lowest point, which dropped it down a bit more. I guess that's just how the cam on this machine works. So yeah, it's, well, by modern standards, a very basic upright vacuum cleaner, but whew, back in the day you would have been if you could afford and have one of these. Also comes with some tools, although they're not actually the cleanest tools. I don't think I've refurbished these since I got them. Maybe that's a job for this month, because again, there's two mucky ones there. I could chuck those for a wash at any point. I seem to have two hard floor brushes. These are not combination. These are hard floor only. And well, that one is probably unused. It looks unused. It probably is unused. This one, I think, is also unused. It's just got some storage dirt on them. If you remember from when I first got these machines, the guy just bought them whenever one bit broke on one. He just buy a whole other machine. Hence why I got a brand new Centrotronic System 1 out of the whole thing. And 2.5 Hitachi CV50Ds. So we'll probably stick to using the grubby floor tool. We have two hoses. Was I supposed to give these tools to somebody? Quite sure I've got two hoses. Person who, yeah, because the person who has the scrap one probably needs them as well. So yeah, well, there we go. We've got two hoses, one of which has an angled end, and one of which has what I would consider a more normal end. And I think that's probably the one that we're going to use. So wand, hose, floor tool. What else is in here? Well, this isn't from it. That's from the Vacs set, which I also took with me. We have, again, two upholstery tools, one of which is brand new. So we may as well keep that one brand new. Lovely. There we go. That can go there with the hose. More duplicates we have. Wow. A brand new crevice tool and very much a not brand new crevice tool. Whew, that has seen some use, which I think we'll stick with this because again I'm going to give it more use. We may as well keep the brand new tools for later when I'm done with this machine, and the Hitachi classic upholstery tool. So yeah, we have a full assortment of tools, which is excellent because all we have to do is take this hose off. This hose plugs into there, and all of a sudden we have a cylinder vacuum cleaner. Turn the brush roll off. Oh, yeah. Very good indeed. Quite good because I could use this, and probably will do, on the hard floor with the brush roll off, and it's going to be fine. But obviously Hitachi realised that it wouldn't have been the best, hence why they gave a hard floor tool with the machine. And set up like this, wow, it's going to be excellent for the hard floor. Let's check that now. We have some bird orientated mess on the floor. I'm actually going to move this over here and turn it round so that the exhaust there doesn't just blow that all away. Oh crap! It just pulls the dirt in. How fluffy is that? Really, it did work, but as soon as these brushes catch the millet and flick it back, it doesn't work that well. I mean, it's probably going to be fine, especially with normal dust. But I can't help but think that if I put the hose back into there, which will quickly step over here. Look, I'm using these, look, millet sprays. They're like cracks to budgies. That's how we've been doing our training. So we'll stick another load of this on the floor. Oh, I know, what are we doing? Have it on the top of your cage. You might shut up. With the brush roll off, let's see how this copes. I will decline it again because the exhaust there does a DC01 and comes out of there. God, Dyson never really basically anything, do they? They just stole the bits that probably worked from other manufacturers. That's actually better. that works perfectly fine without the tools at all on the hard floor. So that's good. I like that. That works well. Yeah, not bad at all. Let us have a quick check of the Kalado. I was so upset last month that we completely forgot to look at these, to be honest. But I did do them after the video, put a post up. You've probably seen that. Why do I keep putting so much effort into this? Well, Kalado gave it to me to review. It's not too bad. I want to see how long it lasts. It's doing really well at the minute. Its battery's fine. Everything still works. I was even giving it a good look over the other day. And after a couple of solid months of nearly daily use, the wheels are still okay. This felt strip isn't coming off. These corners, which I have caught a few times, have been fine. They've not come out. It's been really good. The inner hose hasn't snapped. The only real thing I'm starting to notice, look, is the white Chinese cheap plastic of death. It's starting on this pivot, obviously, where it sits and does that the whole time. How long will it last? I don't know. It's probably going to be okay. It will be fine. We should take the brush roll out because, yeah, there's a few bits of hair on it. This is not an anti-hair wrap brush roll, but that's fine. And actually, my filthy floor, look, the ends of the brushes are getting quite disgusting. I mean, problem is, the kids are starting to go out this month. The weather's picked right up, and it's been a bit wet. So this has probably been on that black row where the kids have been stampeding in and out of the house because we don't care about this. They can get that as muddy as they want. So I'd imagine that's where it came from. And we're not going to do it right now, but a good wash of the brush roll will be enough. In fact, we might do this in a second. All I'm doing here is a bit of glass cleaner on a rag to get the dirt out. Again, unlike the competition, you can get right in here and clean this clear window, which you have to do really. These vacuums that use it are always a bit grim if you don't clean them out. So there we go. Look, that is now spotless again. But we can probably give this a wipe down. And I'll probably get rid of most of that. Yeah, there we go. It's not going to take very long at all. So I'll give it a wash another day. It's fine for now. But we shall do it anon. How is the little bearing doing? Ooh, very good. Not seized up. No white plastic in there. That's very good indeed. Bit of schmutz on the end of there. Marvellous. Yeah, it's been absolutely fine. It's been on offer quite a lot. I've seen it as low as 80 quid. I've seen it as high as 160. I don't quite know what Kalado's ideal selling point is. I think they just chuck it on offer every now and again. So if you buy it on offer, you're not going to be disappointed. If you buy it at full price, it's okay, but could be better. We can take the battery out, which I have sort of been doing to charge. It does fall a bit. It has fallen several times. Look, you can see there that the battery has taken a little bit of a battering out of a few bits around here, but it's taken it. It hasn't smashed like my V11 did when it hit the laminate, falling off of a chair that was only about yay high. Bless it. So that was good. If we take all of this out, yeah, you can see I've been using it quite a lot. That is full of grass and other such rubbish. So let's use the Hitachi. Spotless. How lovely. Give this all a nice wipe out. Again, unlike the competition that, you know, you can empty it, but all the fine dust sits right inside the machine. This seems fine. I mean, in there is where the motor actually is, and that is spotless. I've never seen that dirty bar when, you know, dirt's knocked itself off of the filter when I've been emptying, because yeah, every time you empty it, tap out the filter and it doesn't get too bad. You saw that wasn't horrendous, even just with a quick vacuum cleaner. So we'll give it all a nice wipe down. Can't take the bin off of this model, which is a bit of a shame. It's a bit nicer on the green note because you can wash the whole thing. Here we just got to wipe it down as best we can, which is still quite good. There we go. Lovely. All in there, a nice wipe out. Give the shroud a good clean, and yeah, the whole thing is now spotless. You haven't got dirt falling out of it every time you empty it. I'm also going to give this filter a wash because it's now been in there 2 months. Here is one that I have had sat on the side since I washed it, and yeah, they get a bit bashed up when you wash them. But oh, they're so cheap. I see these filters on like AliExpress for £1 a pair. I might have bought some. If they turn up, I'll let you know. So that can go in there. Click on that. We'll pop the battery back in. Yeah! Nothing wrong with that. We can still see through the wand. Yeah, look at that. Fabulous. Just a nice, budget-friendly, cordless vacuum. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Ready to pick up bits of grass, bits of millet, and whatever the heck else the kids and the birds drop. And yeah, well, this is going to be, as usual, because, well, we've had this 3 months now, 4 months. Going well. See if this will last a whole month. And yeah, I will have these two as my cleaning duo. The Kalado for the quick rip rounds, the Hitachi for the more deeper cleans, and the tools. I do like having a nice hose with a nice crevice tool and dusting brush in order to do all of the bits and bobs. Yeah, the old cord reel isn't in its most sharpest condition, but I'm not flipping taking it all apart again to try and get a bit better. That will do. So, a machine from the 1980s, a machine from I'm going to say 2023 because we got it in early 2024. It wasn't manufactured then. I'm very happy with these. And obviously that's not the main star of the show. That just gets looked at every month until it dies. This is the main star of the show. I'm looking forward to this. Been a couple of months now since you've had an upright, isn't it? We had Spinny last month. No, it's not. We had an upright before. Fair enough. Another upright in a long line of uprights. But hey, they've got to be used. And with brush control, it's going to be a lot better than that flipping Hoover Pure Power that we had. But you couldn't turn the brush roll off and it was horrible. Much nicer indeed. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy. What vacuum are you going to use for May from your own collection, if you do such a thing? Do let me know down below. And until the next poll, and the next month, and the next time, I and this Hitachi and peanuts and butter will see you soon. Bye bye. Come on, look. Ignore the phone. Have some millet. Oh, come on, butter. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Come on, peanut. Come on. Yeah. Oh.